gentlemen, Mr. Frank Warren for Sports Network in association with the Tournament of Contenders and www.frankwarren.tv is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by the News of the World, Big on Boxing, Rockstar Energy Drink, Party like a rock star. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Chairman Charles Giles, President Lord Brooke Tremorfin, General Secretary Simon Block, World Boxing Organization and President Francisco Paco Barcarcel. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this contest on the 10-point system from Canada, Harry Davis, from Puerto Rico, Jose Rivera, and from Belgium, Andre van Gotembre. Inside the ring, the referee in charge of the action from Birmingham, England, Terry O'Connor. And now, for the 35,000 fans here in Millennium Stadium, Cardiff, Wales, and for the millions watching around the world on television, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Waiting out of the red corner, wearing green, red, and white, official weight 11 stone, 12 pounds. His professional record stands at 29 contests, 26 victories, including 12 victories by knockout and 3 defeats. From Providence, Rhode Island, USA, the challenger, the WBO number 6 ranked contender in the world, the Italian warrior, Peter Manfredo. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, trimmed with white. Official weight, 11 stone, 13 3/4 pounds. Professional record, a perfect one, consisting of 42 contests, 42 victories, including 31 knockouts, with 24 of those KOs coming in 4 rounds or less. He currently is the longest reigning champion in the world, and tonight makes the 20th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, from Newbridge, presenting the fighting pride of Wales, member of the British Empire, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Joe
straight away, okay? Shake hands, best of luck to both.
Formalities over, and nobody sells it quite like Michael Buffer. Joe Calzaghe against Peter Manfredo, 12 rounds coming up for you. Calzaghe in defence number 20, going level with the likes of Bernard Hopkins and Larry Holmes. Joe Lewis, the record holder, at 25, and the action is underway, and you see straight away the physical disparity here. Calzaghe some 3 inches taller than Manfredo, fighting out of the southpaw stand. Is he going to produce a virtuoso performance such as that he showed against Jeff Lacey in March in Manchester last year? Manfredo believes that Calzaghe is a fighter who could be in decline and is a man ready to be taken. The next hour or so will tell us one way or the other. Duke McKenzie, we've watched many of these Calzaghe fights over the years. He's been one of the truly exceptional British fighters.
He is just absolutely a phenomenal champion. You know, 19 defences. You know, let's put this into perspective, John. You know, when you look at Manfredo, who's lost twice in the Contender Series, you know, Calzaghe's beaten every contender, champion, and ex-champion put before him. You know, that coupled with his experience, age is no barrier.
October 1997, when he beat Chris Eubank and became the champion, winning that vacant title. And it's been a roller coaster since then, and he's got Manfredo trapped in the corner. Manfredo's nose already reddening up a little bit. The American, incidentally, not the hardest fighter to hit.
Now, you've
One thing you can certainly say is that.
Yeah, sorry, John, you've only got to look at his nose to see that. You know, he stops a fair few shots.
Manfredo trying to unload with the right hand. Their argument is that you can't miss Calzaghe with a right hand, that sooner or later Calzaghe will get into macho mode, go toe-to-toe, and that when he does so, he leaves that chin wide open. A lot of people have said that over the last 10 years. Nobody really has proved it. Byron Mitchell put him down and got absolutely hammered when Calzaghe got up and knocked him down himself and stopped the fight in 3 sensational rounds. Kabari Stalem put him down, but apart from that, nobody else has done, and Calzaghe hasn't lost a fight since he was a teenager.
Well, Manfredo isn't going to beat Calzaghe by outboxing him, that's for sure.
Manfredo showing attacking intent, though, trying to throw in hooks. Calzaghe just intent and contented to jab his way in and just box his way through this opening round and just see what his opponent's got to give. Terry O'Connor, the big man from the West Midlands, splits them. Fairly quiet sort of opening round, maybe Calzaghe just about doing enough to take it. So Calzaghe probably doing enough to take the opening round. Remember, in that last fight of his against Sakio Bika, the Australian Cameroon-born fighter who he fought last October, he was cut badly for the first time in his career by a clash of heads. And Calzaghe starting really impressively in this round, doubling up on the jab. His sparring partner Gary Lockett told me, I don't think that Manfredo quite realises just how quick he is. Says it's like firing in against a featherweight with speed.
Yeah, he won't realise just how good Calzaghe is until the punches come raining down on his head. The corner have told Manfredo that Calzaghe slaps. They're going to find out just how hard he slaps.
Flurry of shots from Calzaghe and nothing coming back by way of response from Manfredo. The chants are starting to ring across this huge stadium. Who are you? Aimed at Peter Manfredo. Well, I'll tell you what, over in the States, courtesy of his television appearances, he's a big star.
Well, he's hugely popular in the States.
Well, that's not allowed. Calzaghe hitting around the back of Manfredo, although Manfredo did turn his back on him.
Manfredo opting to try and box with Calzaghe, but you can't outbox the southpaw skills of a slick Calzaghe. You can't sit and wait on him.
Calzaghe's got himself into terrific shape as ever. You don't realise quite how big a frame Calzaghe is until you stand next to him. He's at least 6 foot, and he's a big 6 foot, if you get what I mean with that. He's a big frame as well, and to get down to 12 stone as he has done for so long, remarkable testimony to the fact that he keeps himself in terrific shape between fights. Not this ballooning up that some fighters do.
A nod of acknowledgement there from Manfredo as he walks onto the jabs of Calzaghe.
He's outspeeding Manfredo, and Manfredo's got to find something different here. He's got to land with one of these hooks to get Calzaghe's respect. Calzaghe just content to box his way in behind that right-hand lead and then throw the shots towards the body.
The last thing Manfredo wants to do is to give Calzaghe confidence to go with the silky skills that he already has, but he just can't get past the southpaw right-handed jab.
Manfredo looking a little bit nonplussed, I would venture to suggest. He's not finding the answers at the moment to the southpaw stance of Calzaghe and the real fast hand speed, which is showing to very good effect. Look at that, in and out. No great power in the shots, but touching him, getting the attention of the scorers, the judges. Calzaghe's made a confident start, won the first 2 rounds. Can he maintain the momentum?
Well, Manfredo looks, in his eyes, he looks absolutely petrified. You know, he looks so disconsolate when he was sitting on his stool, trying to take in the instruction. The magnitude of this fight, I think the realization of this fight has just hit him.
Calzaghe's had fragile hands over the years. That was the one real worry. The concern that if the hand went early that he might have problems here, but he's starting to unload now on Manfredo, who's throwing nothing back, having to just take these and just trying to produce a mobile target on the ropes. But Calzaghe landing with flurries of punches, impossible to call each one.
What Manfredo fails to realise is Calzaghe will do this to him all night long. He can't wait for Calzaghe to punch himself out. It won't happen.
Manfredo just covering up, trying to fight out of that high-held guard. But his 2 attempted left-hand counters just whizzed through thin air. Terrific the way Calzaghe switches attack from head to body. Crowd's loving this one. Manfredo needs to produce more. Calzaghe is throwing punches by the dozen.
The referee might stop it. The referee's going to stop it.
He's stopping it. He stopped it. He stopped the fight. The Manfredo corner are protesting. They say it was too soon, but Calzaghe wins it in the 3rd round. Referee Terry O'Connor had stopped this one. He was taking a very close look. I'm not convinced how much Manfredo was hurt, but they always say that you need to be throwing punches back, and Manfredo was throwing nothing.
The referee says protect yourselves at all times. He looked to throw back, but Calzaghe's unloaded a salvo of punches. He covered up unmercifully and just allowed Calzaghe free rein. You don't give a champion of Joe Calzaghe's stature free rein to punch like that.
Well, Manfredo didn't like it, and the corner were on their feet protesting in the American corner. But Calzaghe showed for me that the old speed is still there, the power is still there, and he'll move on from here. Frank Warren's been talking about huge summer shows against the likes of Jermaine Taylor, the world middleweight champion, the former world middleweight champion Bernard Hopkins, or maybe Mikkel Katzler, the WBA and WBC super middleweight champion, the Dane. But this is how the end came. Here were the punches, thundering home.
You know, maybe 10, 15 shots unloaded on Manfredo's head by Calzaghe. Nothing coming back. The referee's poised, ready to jump on him to stop the fight. If he's punching back and defending himself, then the referee wouldn't have stopped the fight. But Manfredo shut up shop, and the referee had no alternative but to stop the fight.
You could see the referee behind Calzaghe from that camera shot, holding his hands out and almost as much to say, well, what am I supposed to do here? Because nothing's coming back. This is all one-way traffic. It was like trying to send a waterfall uphill. It wasn't going to happen, and the victory had to come, and duly did.
Absolutely. You know, the referee's job is to protect the fighter at all times, and that's exactly what he did. Manfredo will fight another day. Calzaghe goes on to what hopefully will be now a super fight. He needs the super fight against a Hopkins or a Taylor or a Winky Wright, one of the real big boys.
43 out of 43 for Joe Calzaghe, and here's Michael Buffer to confirm yet another victory for this Welsh hero.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Millennium Stadium, Cardiff, Wales, referee Terry O'Connor sees enough and calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 30 seconds, round number 3. The winner by TKO victory, and still the undefeated WBO super middleweight champion of the world, the fighting pride of Wales, Joe
The Joe Calzaghe story goes on. I wonder if he'll have a fight in Cardiff again. Maybe, maybe not. But they absolutely loved him here tonight. Manfredo, all truth told, just couldn't really produce any sort of an argument in there. Calzaghe was a class removed. He is still at the top, absolutely at the top of the world super middleweight title tree. He's the world #1. He will move on now towards big tests in the future. There's Enzo Macronelli, who trains with him. His father, Enzo Calzaghe, who's been with him from word go. He's the man who shaped this magnificent champion, and Calzaghe remains just that. Here's Jim.
Thank you, John. Another triumph for Camp Calzaghe. But was that fight stopped too soon? We'll get Barry McGuigan's views when you rejoin us, and we will talk to Joe Calzaghe. The Americans were absolutely incensed that that fight was stopped when it was. Rejoin us in the Millennium very shortly. Joe Calzaghe, and still the super middleweight champion of the world. Was that fight stopped too quickly from your point of view? Probably not.
Probably not. I think you could make a case that it was stopped slightly premature, but at the end of the day, I think it's inevitable. If he wouldn't have stopped there, he would have got stopped in the 4th. I think I hurt him with a body shot, I hurt him with a punch to the chin. He couldn't land on me. I was sharp, picking him apart with a jab. So, you know, basically the referee saved him from more punishment. So.
But it is a world title fight. You've surely got to give a contender every opportunity, haven't you?
Well, to be honest, I'm in the fight, so up close he was nearly going. You know, I think he was still timing in the round, and if he hadn't have stepped in there, I think within the next 20-30 seconds I'd have floored him, because he was. I think he was pretty much hurt.
You took a couple of rounds to have a close look at him, Joe. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that you were going to do the business here tonight?
Listen, I always have supreme confidence in my abilities, but you know. Even at just turned 35, you know, you're still learning, and I made a lot of mistakes in a bigger fight. I tried too hard, and I probably one of my most difficult fights. So I made sure that tonight I boxed from the start. You know what I mean? So when I get fight better opponents, I wasn't careless. I boxed from the start, used my jab, and you know, broke into the fight. As soon as I had my reach, you know, my timing, then I stepped up in the 3rd, and thank God I won. Again, 20th defence.
Sure.
So I'm proud of that.
And what does it mean to you to fight here on your own patch?
It's amazing, you know. I missed out last July, unfortunately, but you know, finally I get the fight here after the Lacey fight. I'm for my 20th defence to fight in this amazing arena.
You'll fight here again, won't you?
Oh, well, of course, you know. But thanks to Frank Warren and everybody involved, and HBO and ITV for giving me this opportunity. And I've paid my dues. I've been on a long time waiting for this opportunity, and this is what dreams are made of. This is where I wanted to be, and finally I've arrived. And there's more to come yet.
Just take a glance down here at this little monitor and see the end of the fight. And I mean, he was shipping punishment. There was nothing coming back. I guess that's what made the referee stop it.
Yeah. You know, all I know that he was. Basically, it looked like the ropes were keeping him up. I was pushing him back with the punches. The ropes were keeping him up. Fair play, okay. You know, you could make a point that it was stopped a bit premature, but honestly, I believe another 20 seconds would have been over. Look, he's not fighting back.
Okay, let's have a quick word with your dad here. First of all, Joe, are you going to suffer even more years of punishment from this sadist here?
Oh yeah, you know, I love it. I love him. You know, he's a great dad. You know, he's a great friend, a great trainer. You know what I mean? And it's not just with me. He's gone and shown with Enzo Macronelli and other boys in the gym. You know, how many trainers get 7 fighters on the bill and all winners tonight? That's got to be a record. You know, he doesn't get enough credit. He's one of the best trainers in the world, full stop.
I have to tell you, your boy here was giving us a little wink before the start of the fight. You look petrified. You look more nervous than he was.
No, I just recall it. When he comes on, I really think he'd do the job. Like the first, second round, I said, I'll step it up, job's going to be yours. And like he did, straight on. But, I'm over the moon. I can't, I'm speechless.
You've done well. Enzo
Macronelli, I've had anybody
he did the talking for you. Yeah. Well done, the Calzaghes. We'll have a quick word with Frank. Well done, gents. Quick word with Frank Warren here. Frank, I know you were a bit upset at the premature stoppage, but I want to talk not about that particularly, about the future plans for Joe Calzaghe.
Joe will fight hopefully in July. and we've made an offer already to Mikel Kessler for him to fight Joe, put his title on the line. His promoter and manager, Mogan Pally, came back and said he wouldn't be able to fight in July, but they would do it down the road. We're looking for the big fight in July, and we're now going to make a big offer of many millions of dollars to Jermaine Taylor to fight Joe on that date.
There are a few miles left in this fella's tank yet, aren't there?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, look at him. You look at his face. I mean, it's the way he fights. He doesn't get tagged very often, and he's a great fighter. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am for it. He deserves it. He deserves every bit of the fame and the glory coming to him, and that he's getting at the moment.
Cheers, Frank. Thank you very much indeed. We're going to have a word with the other corner now, with the loser, with Peter Manfredo. Here he is with Matt Smith.
Peter, was that anything like you expected it to be?
I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. It's my first time being in the ring, but I was excited. You know, world title fight against the best fighter in the world. And, you know, I was doing pretty good. I was hanging in there. I was trying to get to my rhythm going a little bit, and I was tough. The first couple of rounds, I didn't get my rhythm like I wanted to. And the fight was stopped too soon. I wasn't hurt at any time, but, hey, I mean, I guess I come to his home country. You got to expect that. You have to throw back. I mean, I don't know. There was no warnings or anything, you know, so...
What was your game plan? Was it to feel your way into the fight a little bit and not get caught too early?
Well, yeah, I mean, I wanted to feel my way, get some feints going, which, you know, didn't work on him. He was a little different caliber fighter than I've been fighting. He's the best, so, you know, I was just trying to get my feeling of the ring, you know, the fans, the ring, everything. Just get my rhythm going. I just couldn't get it going. He picked up the pace a little bit. He got me against the ropes, and he throws a billion punches, but I was never hurt. They just stopped it quick.
Fast hands, Joe, would you say?
Yeah, fast hands, but not much power. You know, I've been hit by bigger punches. I've been bigger guys, so, I mean, it's not like nothing I've felt before.
So you were comfortable. You were disappointed that the referee jumped in at that point, were you?
Yeah, I was, but there's nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be with 35,000 fans. I'm happy to fight the best fighter in the world. I'm happy to be on HBO. I'm just blessed. I miss my wife and kids, and I just can't wait to see them. I've been away for a long time. And I tried my best, and there's nothing more you could do. I mean, I did everything right in camp. It just wasn't my night tonight. It was Joe's night.
It's a big occasion to come all this way to fight a guy of his class who's been champion for so long. Was it maybe a little step too far, do you think, for you, on reflection, or not?
No, I mean, I just got the heart. I want to fight the best, man. I want to be the best. I mean, so what? I didn't win tonight. Maybe next time I will. You know what I mean? I want to get the experience in. You know, maybe next time I fight a guy that's just not as fast as him, and I can be all right. You know what I mean? But, hey, you know, it's a learning experience, man. You know, you can't be great overnight. It takes time. So I just learned that I'm not ready. I guess I'm not ready for this league. I don't know. I mean, I have to go back and look at the fight and see what I did wrong and things like that. But I'm just happy to be here.
Listen, you're still a contender and a good one. So we hope to see you contending again.
I'm glad you say that. You know what I mean? The fans kind of boo me a little bit with that. That's expected. But thank you very much for having me here.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure to see you for as long as you were in there with a champion of Joe's caliber. Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.
He's an engaged